Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ender Lilies. We're going to try and finish the game today. I got Daniel here, and so far nobody else has joined, but they should join soon.
Yeah,
Hooray!
so, if you remember anything from the last stream, you'll remember that we were not here before. We were actually at the last area right before the boss. However, in order to actually beat the game, you need to do a little bit of extra stuff that, well, we haven't done yet. So, some of that stuff we're going to wait for Greg for, but some of this stuff, mainly pre-farming or extra farming that we didn't actually end up doing, we need to do now-ish, or at least earlier than Greg showing up. So we're gonna do a little bit of that right now.
And sorcery.
Yeah, so the point of this is that we need to collect a couple of extra items to allow us to get to various points in the game that currently are
Yeah, the refilled your HP
well,
bar,
it would
too.
be easier to beat the game doing this stuff. And to my knowledge, at least part of this is absolutely necessary if we want to beat the game at all. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're just gonna farm until Greg shows up, and then once Greg shows up, we'll go back to the boss area and do the actual farming that was intended for today. But until then, we got a bit to just kill time for, so we're doing this instead.
Yep.
Okay, what?
You were technically moving.
I guess. But yeah, so...
Go ahead and save.
No, I'm not going to save for a while. Mainly because I need to do a fair bit of stuff, and the faster I do it, the faster we actually resolve the issues that need resolving. That said, none of this is particularly difficult, what I'm doing. It's just that we need to do it. Oh, I
This
guess I
thing's
just
one shot. That's it. That's hilarious.
I mean, to be fair, this is the end of the game. At this point, if you weren't one-shotting things, I'd be a little concerned.
I know, but it's just
Or at
funny
least at
because
the
these
beginning
enemies were
area.
like kind of annoying.
That's not what I think we came here for.
No, but you got it.
No? Okay, so if we cleared the room, then that means we got everything. I'm also going to need to keep checking back and forth first between things to check what we're doing. So if we've done something here, then that means we need to simply stop and move to the next area.
Okay.
Now, for any of you who happen to have beaten the game fully, you might know what I'm trying to prepare Matt for. Matt has no idea what I'm trying to prepare him for, so we'll see how that goes.
The kingdom is done for.
Yep. We're done for here.
Decayed Crown. Enemies will be more easily stunned by attacks.
Yeah, so I believe that's, you know that stun bar? I think that increases the rate that decreases.
Nice, let's go.
Sure. A crown of highest rarity worn by the King of Land's End. Having lost its former glory, the decayed crown was forsaken someplace far from the castle. So assumedly, when Julius killed the king, he like yoked the crown or something. I'm not quite sure.
He like threw it away, basically.
Something like that. It's a little hard to tell. Alright, so the thing I think we're looking for is up. But we'll grab this since we're here.
Jesus, 100 Furious Blight. It's pretty good.
I mean, assumedly by this point, you're either hitting the end of the game or at the end of the game. So the game, therefore, is giving out all the stops. There it is. So, Priestess's Doll. This is another one of those max prayer items.
Nice.
A doll made for the White Priestess by a girl from Land's End, said to honor the priestess who saved the kingdom while defending the bastion. Yeah, I think that's all we needed to do here. But there's also this one item over here that we can just easily get. So I'll poke the mimic that's sitting over there.
And it's dead.
Yep. And we need it gone because some asshole decided to put a mimic right before a lance gate. So if you've never tried going down there because you saw the wall for whatever reason, then technically speaking, you never would know there's a mimic there. You would try rushing it with Julius and immediately fail. So that's always fun. Let's see. We're actually going through this a lot faster than I was expecting to go through this, but there's still a fair amount of things that actually need to be fought still, so that's always fun. Let's see. This one is need to go first. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of backtracking of areas. Some of this might seem initially kind of weird. Some of this might be making sense as to why we're coming back here, but I assure you that it's all necessary-ish.
You're telling me you should hit level 75. Boom. Well, I said basically after you kill that thing, you were probably gonna hit 75, so you hit level 75.
You're not wrong there. That's not the right room. We need to go to a different room. Which is a problem, because where is it? Should be on this side of the wall, I think. Yeah, somehow we need to get outside over here, I think. I would be too careless about that. Ah, there it is. This room, right? So, oops.
Oop, death.
Yeah, no, fair enough on that one.
You got tomahawked.
I was trying to line up a Julius Lance, but that was probably a dumb idea.
Not today.
Well, not yet, at least. Okay. The thing we need is down here. So we have another amulet frag, but more importantly, there is a spirit over here. So, Matt, you want to take this one since you're probably not going to be doing a whole lot of fighting. That enemy's not supposed to be in here.
And unfortunately, you brought it here.
I mean, you started jumping around the door.
Just get me back over there.
Yeah, give me a moment. To eat. Ow.
Was that out of pure spite?
No, it's to try and get some more HP. Alright, go ahead. Now, this fellworm has a very large barf box, but aside from that, is not really that difficult. Like, you just mainly need to watch out for the orbs, because those orbs have good tracking. I think it does have a melee attack too, so be careful of that. But it's mainly gonna be spamming orbs at you and keeping you on your toes that way. Ah, yeah, there it was. Okay.
Did you kill him or?
Yeah, you killed them. What happened to my body? What's going on?
Purify.
The Forsaken Fellworm. Many children denied a life within the castle walls were given refuge in the Twin Spires and trained as knights. Among the Forsaken, many were orphans of battle or illegitimate children of royal blood.
Right.
Yay! Child soldiers! Wee! Anyway.
2012 be like.
Oof.
Wait, go ahead and get more health and power up. I used a lot.
You're not wrong, but we're not that far away. Like I said, this is mostly easy stuff. We're not getting into anything particularly complicated until after this section.
You say as you die almost.
Like I said, this is not difficult. Now, my ability to do so, on the other hand, is a different question, and not the question we're asking ourselves here.
Fair enough.
Ah, yeah. Besides, healing, or self-healing, I guess, is very broken. That's not what I meant to do, but works out. Okay, we probably got that one, so then... What? Oh, right, only one jump. Ah! Ah, there we go.
Nice.
I just had to activate Julius first. Okay, so we got a little bit more HP. Now we're actually going to be doing something a little interesting. We're going to be clearing out the one part of Twin Spires that we didn't actually get to the last time.
Okay.
Because I did mention that there's technically another save point on the... Well, we did hit the save point, but we missed a couple other things along the way. Mainly, another floor. Okay, that sucked. That's what we can do. Or...
Oh yeah, so I have news.
Well, now's the time to start speaking your news if you got it.
So, you know Ubisoft, the 2D Prince of Persia game they made? Earlier this year? Apparently, it cost $200 million to make it for some reason, according to reports. And it sold apparently about $20 million worth of copies. So Ubisoft, in their infinite modern Ubisoft wisdom, has decided, shit, that was a lot of money. Shut down the studio! Shut down the studio. Fire everybody.
Of course they did. Because
the game sold really well, and that was the team that, before this game, was working on the Rayman stuff. They're like, it didn't make $200 million. We gotta destroy it. Like, why did that game should not have cost $200 million? What do you think Ender Lilies cost? Probably like, what, 10 mil?
Oh, wait, not even that. Like
I'm gonna look up Ender Lilies.
I'm pretty sure Ender Lilies is very not expensive.
What?
What?
On the Metroidvania subreddit, someone said it's no masterpiece and that's okay. What the fuck? Oh, well, someone gave the plot 2 out of 5. On Reddit. Ender Lilies, holy shit. Hello?
See, the problem with Ender Lily's plot is that there technically isn't one, so I agree with them on that front. But it's one of those questions of what do you count as a plot? Okay, I think I can reverse wall climb that.
Hello.
Well, Greg's here, so theoretically speaking, we can start the boss fight if you're so inclined to, Matt. Or I could finish up what I'm currently doing.
Keep farming.
Well, the problem is that there's a part of the farm that I want to do after you fight the boss. So I'll farm a little bit. I'll finish up the Twin Spires area for farm, but I'm not going to do all the farm.
Got it.
Let's go!
So according to this website, SteamRevenueCalculator.com, I'm not sure how legitimately it is, but apparently according to them, Ender Lilies has made about $39 million for their gross revenue, which means they've had a net revenue of $11 million, and Steam's cut was $6.9 million. Steam made almost $7 million off of this game.
Nice.
Nice. That's because Steam's 30% cut. But yeah, apparently this game has done really well if they've made $11 million in like actual profit after all the cuts and taxes. Like, $10 million is a lot of money, man. Especially for an indie dev. I don't know how they're calculating their stuff, but like...
this is a really well-made game. You cannot deny that.
Yeah.
Sure you can. You can deny anything.
Yes, I'm looking up...
Alright, so this is a new area. We're not going to explore too... Well, I mean, we're going to explore it a little bit. But the overall area-ness of it all is not really necessary for our purposes.
I'm looking up Ender Lilies on Metacritic.
The rain is different here. It falls as a snow of death. For it fell, this keep would have held the blight at bay. I believe there's a thingamabob over here. What is this?
Read. I'll pause.
Bloody Note 2. Day 10. This battle is taking its toll on the White Priestess of the Fount too. Will truly be done for if she falls. Day 15. Say we best the Blighted. What happens then? What will my family make of me? This undying body of mine surely isn't so different from the Blighted.
Well, you'll outlive your family, you'll see everyone you know and love die before you, but you also have a long time to get over it.
Jesus Christ.
Greg. This game has an 86 on Metacritic from critics and an 8.3 from user reviews.
Nice. Note on the castle wall. This room ahead belongs to Sir Olv. He is quick to anger and is difficult to reason with. Should you have business with him, approach only once you have inquired first with the Knight Commander.
Sir Olv, I have come to bargain.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Bust down his door. Somebody wants to...
Okay.
Oh my god, Greg, get out of here.
Apparently IGN Italy gave this game a 90.
Good,
So did
somebody
Europe,
has
Italy.
taste.
IGN Japan also gave it a 90.
Good, more people with taste.
Game Informer gave it an 85. That's pretty good for Game Informer. Let's see...
Oh, what's this? Snowdrop Blade. Oh yeah, that's why we're here.
Great
So-
reduces damage.
So,
That's why
Snowdrop
we're here.
Bracelet. This is the item that gives you 25% damage reduction.
Oh shit.
A bracelet made from snowflowers that bloom in chill climes, imbued with the prayers of a knight from the fort, wreathed in sincerity and past memories.
What sort of memories?
That's an excellent question. Oh, the misery. I don't know why that one popped into my head. That's not even talking about memories.
No.
Ah! Ah!
Remember starts playing.
Do you remember? Anyway.
21st night of September was over a month ago.
Alright, so this room is fun. So there are technically two ways to get to ending A. The first one is through Honir's area, right? And that's locked off by a gate. The second one, you might have seen it when we were passing by, but there's like a sloped ledge that you can fall from that leads to that same area.
Oh, okay.
This is the second part, where if you complete the castle and Twin Spires first, you can enter here. So we're going to dive. And there's an item somewhere on the bottom. I think it's on, here it is. So, Nymphilia's ring is important. A ring engraved in with the name of Nymphilia, the White Priestess of the Dawn, so assumedly the first White Priestess. It is said White Priestesses are born with a shining mark emblazoned on their forehead. So, this item hastens how fast the healing prayer activates. I will demonstrate it in a bit, but you'll notice that this giant stretch of map is not yellow, which means that there's another item in here. Now, realistically, the way you get to the other item is by timing a fall into the side of the mountain.
Okay.
What if I don't want to do that?
Well,
Great
I'm
question.
glad you asked, because there's this handy little thing called Silva jumping that you can do that if you're literally insane like I am.
Silva's the strongest.
I was going to take a bit. Or not.
These are the greatest movement techs of all time.
Wait.
Eat your heart, Black Ops 6 Omni movement.
Like, Ender Lily's movement is very much Black Ops 6, but since you're only moving in 2 dimensions, we're making the absolute most of those 2 dimensions.
How the fuck did you even manage
There
that,
we go.
Daniel?
Trust me, this took me like 30 minutes the first time I tried doing this, when I realized I could. So, King of the First Ages, torn note number 1. I found a small girl in the Deadlands. She didn't speak, but fixed her gaze upon me as she clung desperately to me. I don't quite know what came over me then. Had I gone mad wanting to bring back a child of the ancients? Was it because she resembled us? Because she was a child? Or perhaps a sense of obligation? Perhaps I just wanted my sins to be forgiven.
Perhaps I have a
Pointed,
speck
obtain
of
finding
decency and just
45.
can't abandon a lost child? No, I couldn't be.
King of the
Torn
First
note two.
Ages, torn note number 2. Though we once thought them completely wiped out, the ancients have returned. From the farthest reaches of the land they come, reanimated by the Blight. The children of the ancients were revered and worshipped in Land's End as the White Priestesses. They were the only ones who could save off the Blight. And though I knew full well the toll that purification places on their bodies, I could find no way to forestall their ultimate sacrifice. Another sin to add to the pile. Atonement now seems but a bitter joke. So,
Oh yeah, so guys, I can no longer hear you through Discord and we'll have to listen to the stream.
How the fuck did you break Discord?
Actually, no, this is untenable.
well, I'm going to wait until Greg comes back. Okay. Greg, can you hear us?
Greg?
Okay, that's better.
Greg?
Alright, cool. Alright, so
Greg, say
I want
hi.
to demonstrate the healing prayer real quick. So,
Okay, go get damage.
this is how long healing prayer takes right now.
Okay.
Right, so 1, 2, 3-ish seconds. We're going to equip this item that only costs 1 point.
Oh heck, I do not like that brrr Discord keeps on giving.
That's not good. Alright,
It's
you
your
ready?
fault.
Ready for
Yeah.
the count? 1.
Jesus.
So, kind of helpful.
That's pretty helpful.
Now, there's nothing else that we really need right now. So next stop, we're going to Witch's Thicket. So let's see. The first one should be here. Now, a lot of our problem with the items in this particular area is that we just didn't grab them because you hated water or navigating around this place, and water movement wasn't available to us yet. Now we have both of those things, so now we're going to very quickly navigate underneath the map and ignore literally everything. Or I would if it wasn't for the fact the item might be above us. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with this. It's not above us here, so... I believe it's somewhere on this side-ish.
Oh boy, someone counted the amount of times certain words were said in the 2.6 story. I'll save that for later.
Yeah, maybe don't say that on stream, just as a, a thought.
Well, it's also
Wait,
spoilers
no.
for 2.6 anyway. It's words like ninja or whatever.
Oh.
Like, it's that kind of
Wait,
word. Like, it's not racist shit. It's from Star Rail 2.6. It's not racist.
Is this? Oh, okay, so we got the chain of sorcery here already.
Let's go.
Well then, on to the next room. Next room is slightly down. So, we do what any sensible person does. Ignore that and go yeet! Wait. Not too far. Yeet! Okay, the item is on the left or right side of the room somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Ace's
So, Mancia's ring increases the amount of spirit uses, but that is not also the item we're looking for. In fact, it's far from it, I'm pretty sure. There it is.
Cracked familiar stone.
So this one, I think, reduces damage by 20%. A stone once used by a witch to enhance warding spells. The long time use has left it cracked and faded. The stone still lingers with magic power. Also, I forgot to read the description for the other one. Give me a second while I pull
Reduces
it up.
damage.
Not that description, the other description. So give me 1 second.
Are you going to
pull
Google
up
it?
Well, I mean, I technically could, but no, I'm just going back in the VOD a little bit. Just give me 1 moment. There it is. So, the other one is... Go the frick away, Twitch. Oh my god, it reset the video. Ugh. A relic left behind by the ancients and kept in the coven, once treasured by a woman fond of flowers. An enchantment on this old ring caused it to glow when held by a white priestess. So that's Manisa's ring. Assumedly, that one's also been given, or was given to the floral sorceress at some point, which is why it is relevant to us, the player. Anyway, so we've hit that one. Next is the lower floor.
So here's some more news. World of Warcraft's $90 mount is so popular the in-game auction house is selling out of WoW tokens.
Oh boy, that's never a good sign.
The question is, Traders Gilded Brutosaur. It's why is it $90? It comes with 20th anniversary themed harness encrusted with gems, representing all of the expansions, and features a useful time saver not normally found on mounts. It lets players check the in-game auction house and the map while riding out and about the world of Azeroth via characters Morton and Killia, who sit alongside the beast. And it's only temporarily available for purchase until January 6th.
My God.
So players know they only have a few months for this this item's particularly potentially gone forever. This mount is the same price as the deluxe edition of World of Warcraft's latest expansion, The War Within, or about a half a year subscription of the MMO.
That's sad.
WoW tokens can be exchanged for Battle.net balance, not just game time, which means players can indirectly buy anything Blizzard says to real money with in-game gold. Well, yeah, people have been gold farming in like WoW since that became a thing.
Fair enough.
But I've seen
Right,
images where
King of
literally
Sorcery
everyone in the
gets.
fucking lobby has it. Apparently, the price in gold skyrocketed because you need the WoW token costs 335,171 gold on U.S. servers. You need 6 WoW tokens bought from the auction house to exchange for enough Battle.net balance to afford the $90 amount, 6 times 15, which means at the current rate, paying over just 2 million gold. The original one cost 5 million gold. What's this tell? Here, IGN. What does this all tell us? Not much that we don't know about the World of Warcraft community anyway. Mounts release have proven incredibly popular no matter how much the money they cost to buy. Metro Brutus released in 2018 alongside the Battle for Azeroth expansion, sold like hotcakes too. WoW players love their mounts.
So
Blizzard's laughing all the way to the bank.
what is
There was Redditor Chucky's here put it. Quote, this amount probably just made more money than StarCraft 2 for the 1/1000th of the effort. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, people. Blizzard, can you make another StarCraft? Blizzard. LOL, you bought our WoW mount. Like, it's $90, dude. That's more than, like, most games. Like, you could get several good indie games for that price. Like, you could get a lot of games for $90. I mean, like, how much is this game, Daniel? $25?
Not even.
How much
It's like
is
20, I think.
I'm checking.
20
on-
at full, I'm pretty sure.
Here, I'm going to Steam DB. Let's see.
Did we get that already?
I want to search Ender Lilies.
Trying to navigate the item map is...
Not the soundtrack, damn it.
Forward.
There's currently
Let's see.
337 people in game. Yeah, so here we go. The game's current price is $25. The lowest recorded price is $10 from the sale during March of this year. So yeah, chat, you could get 9 copies of this game for 1 WoW mount at the lowest price possible. Even at the non-lowest price possible, you can get at least 3 copies of this game. Or if you want, you could get 4 by spending the price of the WoW mount plus like an additional like $10. Why? See, chat, this is why this is why cosmetics are insane. Where like you can just make so much money for so little effort. Because they didn't make a new mount, they didn't change any of the mechanics. They just were like, oh yeah, here, this is how you do it.
That's called a reskin.
It is a reskin. It's absurd.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you're wondering why cosmetics are a big thing in games, behold them making millions of dollars on a 20-year-old video game from one skin. Like, WoW is old, chat. Like, I mean, how old is the South Park WoW episode? That episode's gotta be like 20 years old too, or at least getting there. WoW South Park episode. Here we go. So, Make Love Not Warcraft, Season 10, Episode 8. Chat, that episode aired in October 4th, 2006. Like, the WoW meme is 18 years old as of literally, like, a couple weeks ago. That episode is old enough to go get fucked. Like, legally.
That's one
Like,
way
it can
of
go to
putting
college,
it.
chat. What the hell?
It
has a high school diploma by now.
No, I don't think it could go to college. I don't think the transcript is gonna. It's just. I don't think.
Greg, I've seen Trey Parker and Matt Stone being interviewed at various colleges.
But the episode's not gonna be able to.
I've seen it used as an example in like a couple, not a TED Talk, but the equivalent.
There we go.
Also, they did make a successful Broadway play. Like, those dudes are super
Hey.
talented.
Here we go. Here's the item.
Also, Broadway
That's a
play, The
mimic
Book of
right
Mormon, is hilarious.
Okay, a ruined witch book. This witch
Aqueous-
book has tentacles coming out of it.
Yep.
A grimoire that archives all manner of witchcraft and is taken on a witch's power. The rod of the blight eats away at it, but its power yet remains.
Like, the fact that that episode is that old is absurd. I mean, like, how old is the Leroy Jenkins clip? Like, that's got to be 20 years old at
That's
this point,
freaking
too.
ancient.
Like, that's old internet, like 1.0.
Like, Leroy Jenkins felt old when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that the truth.
Here, Leroy
Okay.
Jenkins. Here we go. Let's see. Leroy Jenkins. Added 15 years ago. Leroy Jenkins is a blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. That's older than the episode. Leroy, the video was first uploaded to the World of Warcraft fan site Warcraft Movies on May 11th, 2005.
That sounds right.
Chat, that video, the Leroy Jenkins video, is turning 20 next spring.
Nice.
What?
Okay. So we have a new room.
Okay.
So
Sometimes wait, go get that thing. Oh,
I
or
know,
that actually.
I'm surveying the room first before we start.
Elaine's
Diary 1. Something made me happy, so I want to take this chance to write it down. I was able to see Fredia again for the first time in a while, or in a long while. The effects of purification were so severe she's been bedridden for some time. I can't believe they quarantined her in such a place. They're treating her more like an experiment than someone on the mend. I can't even enter without a mask. I'm not sure how long I can stay, but I want to be by her side for as long as I'm allowed. It must get lonely there all by herself. So yeah, that's fun. We're gonna climb up here.
Oh.
And we can get 2 items. An
Or
amulet
HP.
for 20 HP, and a spellbound anklet. Slightly increases movement and dashing speed. An enchanted anklet made by combining strands of magic thread. The blight makes it difficult to walk, and so the Black Witch created this for the White Priestess of the Fens. And there is one more thing up there that we will use Honir to get. Elaine's Diary 2. Today, Fratia gave me the necklace she was wearing. It was a gift from her mother, and I can tell she cherished it for a long time. It's a protective heirloom embedded with a magic stone. The stone seems to have broken when Fratia purified the Blighted Lord. I'm sorry to say that my magic alone may not be enough to repair it. I'll have to ask that fool Faden for help. So if you remember, Faden is the dude that was causing all the Blighted experiments in the first place, and was also the dude who was protected by Muriel.
Oh, good.
We're going to be coming back to that little tidbit, or that little note in a little bit. But for now, we're not worried.
Chat, the fact that like, clip is 20 years old is insane. Because, like, that clip, chat, is older than YouTube itself. Like, that's not a joke. That is probably one of the oldest posts on the Know Your Meme website. Like, when was YouTube founded? When did YouTube launch? Okay, actually, so YouTube, the site opened on a beta basis in May 2005. Okay, where's the Wikipedia page? YouTube was founded on February 14th, 2005. Jesus Christ. And then that episode was... Holy... Okay, so, yeah, that episode, or the Leroy Jenkins chat is only 3 months younger than YouTube. Like, as YouTube in beta form. YouTube actually launched in, like, late 2005. So, like... Like, that's insanity. Like, YouTube's 20 next year. YouTube has gone through a lot of changes, and most of them not for the better.
That's no idea. Okay. This'll be Matt.
This'll be Matt.
Yeah, so I completely blame you for that.
Yeah. I was trying to jump over there.
And you not only missed, but you
should
fell
blame
down
Matt
the
for
hole.
that.
Anyway, so as I was saying, this will probably be the last of the items, I think, because I think we've met enough of the benchmarks that we should be fine moving forward. That said, I'm not 100% sure about that, so we'll see. I think we need to hit that one and then cross over from whatever comes down from here. Okay, we take this up, jump off here, and then... And we're good! Alright, so this is a long hallway that has absolutely nothing of importance in it, aside from maybe one thing. Oh yeah, and there's also this fucker. Oh yeah, that reminds me, there's another thing we forgot to get in Verboten Domain, too. Alright, so, White Priestess Statue. This is the last of the 3 items that gives you maximum healing prayer upgrade, so that brings the total up to 6. A statue of the White Priestess of the Dawn, unearthed by a follower of the White Parish. She who saved Land's End from the Blight became an object of hope and faith. Sorry, give me a second while I look through all the stuff, because I feel like we're missing one thing, but...
See what else is. I mean, like.
I hate should be fine.
But... that being that old upsets me.
Congratulations, old man. Your time is now.
Apparently.
Oh right.
The world's first EV with a solid-state battery is expected to hit roads by 2026, with a range of 600 miles.
Hooray.
We've been
Alright, the
waiting
blind
for so
spot.
long.
Alright, down we go. Ah! Alright, Matt, another fight coming up. You ready? No, not that way!
Where's the fight?
To the left. You know, the big empty hallway? Yeah, so this archer fires fast.
Not really.
Well, he didn't get to doing it, but the reason... Oh, why? Even after all those times I told you to look after yourself first. The reason why he's important is that if you fight Honir, he actually does an aerial shot with multiple arrows, meaning that he's pretty good against fighting Honir, especially. So, the kingdom's greatest archer became a sinner to save his guardian sister. All sinners become immortal knights and were charged with defending the bastion. So yeah, that's fun.
Oh god.
We also have... Gonna be the White Priestess escaped and found refuge here. So, our healing potency is pretty high now.
Sweet.
Now, let me check something really quickly.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill these enemies.
If you die in the time it takes me to look this up, I'm going to laugh really hard. Okay. I got it.
Let me for that.
And...
Good idea. There's probably another mimic in here.
There you go.
There's not. Here's Sorcerer.
Alright. That should be the last of them for now. Let me just check over all the items you got real quick.
I'm gonna save.
No, let me check first. Oh my god, Matt. I think that one item we're missing is fine enough. Let's see.
Greg, how was your day?
Yeah, it was alright.
Do you think interesting or not really?
Very soft doggo.
What kind of doggo?
I have no idea.
Hooray. Alright, I think that's enough from me, for now at least. Now that we've gotten all of those things, let's go fight the final boss. So,
Greg?
Matt, you got this first.
Okay. So, I found it. So I'm looking at Reddit. I was looking for news. I found
Oh my God.
picture from the R Corgi subreddit. This corgi is named Crouton's having a tough time deciding what she wants to be for Halloween. They're wearing baller sunglasses, a cowboy hat, and a hot dog costume. They're the most awesome looking corgi.
Matt, you sure you want to go in there without configuring any of your relics or spirits?
You do that.
No, you figure it out. You've been playing this game long enough to know what you like and don't like.
That's a bold statement. The fact that you told Matt he knows...
Well, this is going to be good.
Hey, you can leave.
Well, for now you can. So a reminder, you have a couple of new items that reduce damage, but you don't have enough slots for them. So you need to configure your slots in the case that you want to use other things. Luckily, you don't need the mask at the very least, but... Alright, let's go.
Hello.
At long last. The White Priestess of the Fount. Coming here was pointless. Please be rid of this place. It's too late for me.
Ah, shit, some mater. Rip.
So, welcome to the Blighted Lord. So remember those death fish from the other area? The Blighted Lord will continuously spawn those, as well as having multiple attacks on all sides via the arm tentacles, or arm pincers, however you want to call them.
What?
Wings.
Wings, yes. Yeah, be careful about that too, though, because those Super Saiyan fish can and will eviscerate you.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You're gonna need it, yeah. So, as a reminder, 5 times will be the limit again before you can switch over.
I was trying to parry that.
Clearly he
Honestly-
didn't take kindly.
As previously mentioned at some point, parrying stuff is not really worthwhile. So, all things considered, it's probably just easier to simply dodge the attack rather than parry it specifically. Well, you stunned her. Nice. Okay, not doing bad.
That's bullshit.
I will personally note that while Blighted Lord is big and intimidating, they're not particularly hard. Or at least first phase isn't particularly hard for how big the boss is. It's kind of got the Muriel issue of once you figure out how this big and slow thing actually moves, you can kind of figure it out pretty easily.
So it's a soul boss.
More or less. And like any good big enemy, Silva is very good against her.
Not HP.
Oh, yeah, you hit second phase, I think. Now I
And
need to
second
remember
phase
what
hits you.
is. Oh, right, she summons 2 Blobfish at once. I feel like there was something specific about
Come
second phase that we
on.
need to remember, but I can't quite put my finger on it right now. But yeah, not overly difficult.
The one thing you need to remember is fish.
Yes, fish.
Fish are enemies, not food.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna hit you pretty hard. She might not be dealing a lot of damage to you, but... Or, she might not be hitting you many times, but she sure is dealing the damage. Oh boy, more blobfish.
Stop giving me fish. I'm not at a long
That's
drawn
all she knows
Cerberus.
how to do. She only knows how to fish.
Do you have beef or chicken instead?
No, she's an Asian person. She can't give you chicken. She can only give you fish.
You have chickens in China, in Asia. Like, literally, have chickens everywhere, dude. Anywhere except Antarctica, and I think in Antarctica they're like just frozen.
I should also probably note that those fish don't expire. You're stuck with those fish until you kill them. Alright, one more before you decide, or before you can switch.
Actually, I have a counterpoint. He's not
Yeah?
stuck with the fish until he kills them, he's stuck with the fish until they kill him.
Well, when you put it that way, you're not wrong. Gonna try ulving her?
Yeah.
Hey, let's see how well that goes. A little too early, that one. I think something that should be noted as well is that the sweep attack hits on mainly the side that you're on. So if you switch sides, I think that you can dodge it sufficiently, if I'm remembering correctly at least.
Dude, I can't dodge. Yep. Fuck these fish.
Alright. Oops, I'm not clicked in, that's why. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna do that. I did also just forget to talk about that one, so I'll do it while it sits on. That we're gonna take that off because I'm clearly insane, and we're gonna do that one instead, and that one. And I think that's everything. We're gonna enhance some stuff too, since we got some Blight. Don't have enough to enhance any of those, but we will enhance this one, and that's it, I guess. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, the Blighted Lord really needs new conditioner.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you tried being trapped in a hole for however long and tell me that you have good conditioner down there.
Hence,
Okay.
needs new conditioner. Somebody go on a supply run. Send the fish shopping.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, send this fish to fucking Target, dude. If Target's too expensive for you, Blighted Lord, go to Walmart.
I'm not sure that's the takeaway from this. Ah, that's the thing.
Go to Kmart. Go directly to Kmart.
Kmart doesn't exist, Greg. The last one closed this week.
That's why I brought it up.
Oh. By the way, I didn't even know it was on Long Island. I thought it would be in, like, Florida.
Well, that's phase 3.
Like, I legit thought it was going to be in, like, Florida or, like, somewhere else. What's funny is a bunch of the Australians are like, we still have these. And I'm like, yeah, probably because it's a separate division. They probably, like, sold the brand. Like, when Target gave up on Canada, they just sold, like, the stores to someone else, and they just kept them as Target stores, they just changed the branding. Like, I love that Domino's tried to have a pizza shop in Italy, and it failed so hard they shut all of them down within a couple of years.
Yep. Because that's not what real pizza is.
Nope. It's American pizza. Oh shit, right. Yankee game. What's the score of that shit? The Yankee Dodger game, game 2. Let's see what the score is. Score of the Yankee game. Yanks lost again. Jesus Christ. 4-2. Alright, well, they're down 2-0. They need to win the next 4. They need to win all the next 4 to win. They're down in the count. Jesus. Alright, I gotta see what kind of bold the Dodgers bowled later. How did you do that so quick?
Like I said, Silva is busted here.
Clearly.
Alright, Matt.
Journey's End. Witness ending B. Purify.
Stop. Come no further. Or you too will be consumed by my blight.
We're getting rejected? How?
Surely you saw many flowers on your journey here. The awful rain of death, darkening the skies of Land's End. Thriving on the rain, they blossom off my blighted body, the root of the scourge. I can feel the blight surging through my form. If only I had control over its spread. Then I could stop it at the source. Perhaps a day will come where I can hold back the blight without it seeping out.
Nah.
Not that it matters anymore. I wish the world didn't require that you bear the burden of the blight. You're the only clone of myself left. Lily, even knowing what you do now, do you wish to remain with the Priestess of the Fount? Will you bear the blight together?
Yes.
No. The suffering is mine to bear and mine alone.
Lily's not looking so good.
What tipped you off?
Chat, allow me to do the honors for you. In front of the mic. Purify.
Please don't let this be your fate.
Mr. Stark, Lily's not feeling so good.
Please.
Cutscene? Cutscene. Oh, that's the credits? Daniel, is there more, or is that the credits? Daniel?
Daniel?
Oh my fucking god, you two.
Vegeta?
Look, is that the credits?
Enjoy
Is
the
that
credits.
I thought there would be like another cutscene, dude.
Well, anyway, do you feel good now that you've beaten the game?
I feel accomplished that I beat the game, and that apparently only 28% of players have this achievement.
I'd
So
like
that's
to
pretty good.
mention, every time I see the name Okabe, it is now it's permanently been ruined
Hooray.
for me.
We watched the show. Good show, by the way, chat. Yeah, they did a good job with this game. Good job, everybody. Good job, this team. Good
But
job.
I'd also like to point out the lyrics of this song. Like, so if it hasn't been obvious, this is talking about assumedly Lily's journey or the fate of white priestesses. Like sacrificing themselves and yet not really changing much despite everything that everybody's given up.
Damn.
Also, the ending theme, Boo Bell. This is my favorite song, sans, I think, Eagle Seeker. Like, this is such an amazing song. And Millie, the composer and producer of it, oh man, they do amazing work. If you've ever played Library of Runia or Limbus Company, I've heard that they've been doing work on that too, and they've been putting on some really good work. Unfortunately, those are gotcha, so I have not touched them yet, but I've heard that they're very good games.
Oh, Russian. Well, it's just text only. There's no, like, voice, so it's not as fun.
I mean, like, somebody has to translate it, so...
I know, but it'd be fun if there was, like, Russian voice acting. We need more games with Russian voice acting, chat.
You've just been spoiled by a Russian anime, haven't you?
No, I think it's funny that everyone just sounds pissed.
Fair. But anyway, so yes,
That is the
we
end of the game.
have beaten the game.
Excellent.
We have
Really?
not completed the game.
Oh,
Ender Lilies, she whispers from the abyss, bound as one, we shall never be apart. So,
That's not ominous.
let us save. Start. And let us save. Now, you'll notice there's an item in front of you. Let's go grab that. Blighted Phantom. A phantom of blight since purified, or blight yet to stain the white priestess. Curious that blight should appear so eerily reminiscent of tears. Now, go equip that.
oh God. That made me, oh boy.
Yeah, so, now you get to run around as Blighted Lily.
Yep.
Now, as I just said, though, we have beaten the game. We have not completed the game yet. I had mentioned that we are doing a lot of farming at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the stream, and that some of the farming we're not doing until you've beaten the boss once, or we've seen the ending.
Okay.
As you can clearly see, Lily cannot cure the Blighted Lord that easily, correct?
Yeah.
So, it is time to go and look for Ending Seed.
Oh, right. Makes sense.
And we go to the beginning of the game.
Is it just basically the equivalent of when you in Ubisoft, like in Far Cry 3, when the guy tells you to wait, you just sit there for literally 15 IRL minutes, and then it goes, "Hey, thanks for waiting, man," and that's just the ending of the game.
If
Like
only
Greg,
it was
like
that
legit,
simple.
Greg, like that's a thing, and I think either Far Cry 3 or 4, I forget which, but like you're having a meeting with like the like basically the final boss of the game. And he's like, "Hey, wait a minute, I got something to do." And you have to literally sit there for like almost 15 IRL minutes. Like if you get up and leave, that starts like the game where you have to fight against all the other characters and the bosses and the enemies. But if you literally just wait there, he comes back eventually and goes, "Oh, hey, didn't think you would still be here. Thanks a lot. Here's what you need, man. You have a great day." And then the game ends. There's no
That's
anything.
great.
It's legit good. It's so funny because people found it because someone literally just left the game running like AFK because they're like, "Ah, shit, actually, oh, my mom called me. I got to do this real quick."
Nice.
I love it.
Anyway, so
Old Ubisoft, good.
Been a while since we've been here, right?
Yep.
Now, I wonder if you remember this. When we started the game, I told you that there were 2 ways to go. We're supposed to go right. We can go left.
We are going to do the opposite of Mario.
But
Walk
if
left.
we go left,
A door.
there is a door.
Ooh,
We have not been able to unlock this
spooky.
door until now.
Door unlocked.
Now, earlier this stream, we got a note from Elaine, which said something about a curio that was broken and that she was going to ask Faden something about it. Correct?
Right.
Restoring the Aegis Curio. The Aegis Curio, crafted long ago by the ancients, holds the power to ease the suffering of priestesses who absorb the Blighted while performing purifications. Its power has been weakened by repeated purifications by priestesses over many years. The power of an ancient spell can be used to restore this power and help the White Priestess. If you can decipher the stone tablet, I am prepared to restore the Aegis Curio. I wish to decipher the spell myself, but alas, I have little time left.
42.
So, should we be able to decipher whatever it is it's talking about, we can come here and restore this Aegis Curio. Problem is, we don't know how to decipher it right now.
Okay.
So it's time to start the hunt.
It's time to duel.
This is the last farming we're going to hopefully do today.
Do you like that, Greg? No, Greg, I was doing the Mario theme.
Yes, but I'm ruining it. In case you haven't noticed, I do that.
Thanks, Greg. Duel. Please forgive me.
No.
The enemy. There's so many mobs. You know, I feel like... By the way, so like the fossil server works again, right? Like it worked the other day?
I've not checked since then, but I can check later.
Yeah. Well, I'm just letting you know that I was wondering if like you checked, but I checked and it's working.
Well, if you checked,
and the fast server is also backed up too.
All right. Okay. So we go
Bomb.
over here. This way.
Nice.
And now we come to this room.
Book.
Faden's letter. I found an interesting fragment from a stone tablet. It seems to be engraved with an ancient spell. If I can repair and decipher the tablet, I may be able to call upon its magic. I must note that casting an unknown spell may lead to irreversible consequences. I don't think I should inform the king of this, at least not until all the fragments are recovered. Thus, I think it's best to leave it in your care. It's not safe here, and other mages may catch wind of it. I'll be in touch should I learn anything new.
Touch.
All right,
So, Stone tablet fragment. If you look at it closely, you will notice that there's the same emblem that's on Lily's forehead on the top of that.
Oh.
A fragment of a stone tablet engraved with an ancient spell conjured once spoken. Assembling all the fragments will require a certain magic rite. So, as you can see here on the bottom, there is a new tab on
Stone
Lily's
tablet.
stat screens. Yes.
Chat, we
We
gotta
need to
collect the
collect-
iPads.
Yes, we are collecting the 7 legendary
Chat, Lily's
iPads.
becoming an iPad kid. She has to go find tablets
God
that her
forbid.
parents hid away from her.
Now, if you'll excuse
God
me,
damn
I'm
it.
going to go look for the next tablet, which is going
We tried
to
the local
be
Apple store.
here.
Do they have Apple stores in this world? No, probably not.
Probably not. But
Just,
yeah,
I would
so
like that'd be so funny if just like in a total Metroidvania, like it's nice and chill, or like it's got this atmosphere, and then you just see like just Apple's store from Fifth Avenue in New York, the giant fucking cube, just a perfect recreation of it. And there's just a line of the undead out there being like, "We must find it," and then you fight an enemy, and he's just basically just an iPhone. Oh, what? How'd that hit you? That's bullshit.
yeah, this is why I didn't ever tell you to stick around and fight those guys. Anyways, we got lots of people in here, but there's been plenty of these doors that I've occasionally run into while navigating the world that you might have noticed. Unlocking the ability to use Fade-In allows you to access these doors, which are all usually related to the Stone Fragment Hunt. King of the First Ages Diary number 3. The battle was long, but we have emerged victorious. Our attempts to find a way for our people to coexist bore no fruit in the end. The land will be divided into 6 nations. I will rule the land of the end. The land foisted upon me is said to be cold all year, and some remnants of the ancients still remain. There will be much hardship ahead, but as king I must remain strong. And there is a mushroom over here. Got more blight. And we come upon another chest, which has a stone fragment. But yeah, we're just going to be collectathoning these for the next little bit, so if there's anything you want to read or discuss now...
Let's
would
see,
be the
what
time
else
to
is in
do
the
it.
news today? So let's see. Punishing Grey Raven is doing a Nier crossover.
Again? They already did
Well,
that.
that's the thing. I think, hold on, I'm trying to find it. I saw a thing on Argotcha Gaming earlier.
They're quite literally
Yeah, they
doing
did.
a
They're doing a
Black
new.
Rock
Yeah,
shooter.
Punishing Grey Raven is doing a new collaboration with Devil May Cry 5.
That's not near.
That's
Well, I saw a different. Well, it was in the same like thing, and then I scrolled past the other post to the new thing. But yeah, they're doing a DMC5 thing.
Well,
Someone
that
is,
I did.
and the our Gotcha Gaming is hoping that they have Dante in there.
I mean, they probably will. Who else are they going to have from that?
literally just Virgil.
No, they have Nero and nobody else.
Arknights announced some quality of life improvements for 5.5 anniversary.
Yes, I did see that.
You
Those
can now
are
have
some
3
of the
presets
best-
for each room in your base. They can
Yes,
be
it's-
individually per room or universally. Swap out all the operators in the dorms to recycle the exhausted ones. It's not appear the process can be automated, so you have to do it manually. There's workshop improvements. You can now select some materials for crafting or crafting regular material, which skips the hassle. You can put some furniture in the reception room. You can select operators to be in, quote, activity rooms. While they're in activity rooms, you can use them to move around your base or your friends' bases. The elevators in the base now work. The sanity cap has been increased to 180 from 135. Now it takes 18 hours for your standard recharge from 0.
Oh, that's
SSS, annoying side mode, can now be autoed and skipped in the same way Annihilation can. You can set 20 rotating assistance UIs, backgrounds, etc. for your main page. You can now set your birthday and receive
Nice.
birthday greetings from operators. Integrated strategies, roguelike mode, will now have seeded runs in higher difficulty tiers beyond plus 15 to at least plus 17. Seed runs can be shared with other players so you can get the same kind of luck in a certain playthrough. When will Global JP get these? May 2025.
Hooray. Anyway, we got a new note.
The entire...
Writing on the wall.
Oh, wait.
I was never allowed a shred of human dignity, though he might acknowledge my presence, my strength. No, it wasn't enough that I pulled myself up from the depths of hell to get here. He only ever had eyes for himself, and now he's trying to take everything from me once again. I won't let that happen. I'm going to take it all back.
I take it back. I take it all back.
So assumedly that is Julius talking about his father.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, so the entire Gacha gaming subreddit is being like QOL and My Arcanites and base update before GTA 6. What?
yeah, it sounds like Arknights players. Okay, should I do this dumb trick jump first or last? Or I guess second to last. Matt, Greg,
What?
should I do the funny trick jump second to last or right now?
Second to last.
Second to last. Save it.
Alright.
Arcanites TV anime Rise from Ember in production.
Yeah.
So I guess that's like the next season?
Yeah, that's the one that covers 7 and 8. So hopefully they put time into it now, so it's not as bad as 6 and Perish and Frost ended up getting at its lower points.
If I had a nickel for every time the fake sky broke in the gachas I play, I'd have 2 nickels. One is Genshin, the other is... I don't know what this other game is. But it looks pretty.
Screenshot.
Nikkei is making an anime production with A1 Pictures, so they're making a Nikkei anime.
No.
It's animation. But no one knows if it's a promo video or an actual anime, so no one is sure.
I mean, I'm actually not that mad about that. I actually kind of want to see what Nikkei is all about, because I've heard that there's a good story lurking behind all the ass. So if you remove the ass from that, hopefully you might get something good.
Well,
we'll
never
Matt, so
know
here's
now,
Matt.
will we?
Yeah?
We'll see. Anyway, Matt, there's an enemy to your left, so you fight it.
I did it.
These people are praying. They died praying.
And now they can help Lily on her adventure. Oh, what the fuck?
Hold, Matt.
I'm stuck in here.
Yes. This was intentional. I gotta make the streamer do some of the work, right? Actually, thinking about it, I don't think I've had you fight one of these things yet. Or, no, I think I had you fight the first, death mound we found, but not any of them afterwards. Well, there's still the thing on the top, but that's pretty easy to deal with.
I didn't want to do that, but okay.
Well, I mean, it worked. Alright.
I did it.
Congratulations. You have obtained another stone fragment.
Let's go back to the respite.
Alright,
Nikkei is doing a North American milk tea brand collaboration. It is a pop-up event in New York, Houston, and LA. There is a Cinderella special cosplayer pop-up event. In the US, it's in Nikkei Cross Xingfutong, USA from November 13th to December 15th, and there's also pop-up events at other places too. And in Canada, they're also doing stuff.
There it is.
Someone,
Okay.
a lot of the comments are saying, finally, something for us Canadians to do.
That's great.
Goddess of Victory New Hope has obtained release approval for release in China. Will be jointly released by Migu and Tencent. Oh, is that the game that I've been seeing like ads for on my Instagram? Is that the new one?
I don't know. All I heard was A New Hope. And then I
I
saw.
don't know, I've been
President.
seeing ads for
Heard
some kind of
Goddess
like
involved.
gotcha sequel that like is a familiar brand, but I forget what it is. But I've been seeing ads for it on my Instagram, and they're like, check out this new thing. I forget what it is.
All
though.
right, it's time for the funny jump. You guys ready?
Yes.
I think this is the slightly wrong waypoint for this, so let me go to the bottom one. Now, so I'm sure if anybody has been watching this, they've been wondering where the hell did I get the idea for silver jumping shit from? And I certainly didn't get it online because I didn't know where to find stuff online. So I was on my own for this. So you might be wondering, why the hell would I do this to myself? Or rather, where the hell I learned it from? Well, if I can find where the frickin' room is, because this one map is a mess of a maze in and of itself. Here it is. So, let me clear out the enemies first.
Probably a good plan. I think you can see where they're going because the health bar spawns in.
The Coven,
Become
the
the
kingdom,
kingdom.
it's all over.
It's Coven.
Now, as you can see, there is a door over there.
Excellent
As
door.
you can also see, there is a wall in front of me. As you can
Yeah.
also see,
Can't
that
see
wall that wall goes really high up. And unfortunately, the closest wall to grab onto is up there.
Okay.
So, how you're supposed to do it is that you climb up on this, use the horizontal movement enemy to go from here, then climb back up, then the horizontal enemy again, climb up, horizontal, climb up, dash, and then you're over there, right?
Real talk,
Yeah.
that sounds like less of a pain than silver jumping.
Yeah, well,
But it also sounds less fun, so...
fuck.
By the way, I saw
Yes.
one of the game. There was I think it was. There was some game. I don't know if it's Nike or something, but they added a like epic anime RPG to the title on Google Play, and people are like, "Why?" And the answer is basically because they want better SEO in the Play Store. Because people go, "What's an epic anime RPG?" And they're like, "Hey, we're an epic anime RPG." And people go,
God,
oh, "Okay,
people
sure.
are-
It says epic anime RPG. Sure, why not?" But it's just SEO. It's the same as like putting like best vacuum cleaner, and you name your website like best vacuum cleaner of 2024, and you like consistently update that thing every week with minor changes. That way Google goes, "Hey, there's new." So it's more SEO AI spam garbage. Basically, they're trying to farm out.
Hooray.
It's just like, really, come on. Maybe I'll actually, has Hoyo added any stupid titles to their games on the App Store? Let me check.
I mean, there was that Genshin Cloud version that they have.
Well,
Wow.
that's different. That's
I missed
different.
that one.
Genshin, that's through Nvidia's Shield thing. Like that actually is a cloud
Oh.
version, Daniel. Like that actually has a purpose. Like the Genshin Cloud version is like if you have Nvidia GeForce Now streaming, like basically if you don't have don't have a PC or a phone good enough to play Genshin, you can stream the game to your local PC using Nvidia Cloud.
Okay, that's a legitimate use case.
Like it's actually a good use case. Like it's for people who have basically a shit phone and a shit computer.
I see. But
So here we
anyway,
go.
so that took far less time than they did the first time I tried doing that.
Nice.
I think the first time it took me an hour to figure out how to do that jump.
So okay, so here's the thing. So Zenless Zone Zero, and then so that's the title, and then like underneath it says Urban Fantasy ARPG, Genshin Impact. Wait, where's the cloud? Where's the cloud? Oh, it's yeah, I see the cloud version. That's dumb. I guess it's if you don't have enough space to do anything. But that's weird.
Okay, we gotta.
Okay, so Space Fantasy RPG. Here's Temis. Oh yeah, right. That's a game.
Good job, man.
Everybody forgets
Elaine's
about it when it
Diary
is a
3.
game.
It's for women to date.
Our
men.
conversations were meandering today, but I got to see Fredia smile. It's been hard watching her deteriorate more with each passing day. She asked me if I could help her make an amulet out of her broken magic stone. That alone made today a joyous occasion. Maybe I'll bring some comfort to her after all. So, we've gotten 6 of them. We're missing
Alright.
one.
I'm
You
assuming
might be
have to kill a
wondering
boss.
where the last one is.
It's probably where you have to kill a boss.
No, it is down here to the right.
Okay. In B3 or B5?
Neither. Oh, right. Probably need to quit the mass before we choke to death on fumes.
Nah.
Living is
It's fine.
overrated.
Have we tried just not surviving? Oh yeah, yes we have.
Whee! Oh yeah, so I went into Remote Domain for the first time the other day. Apparently when on New Game Plus, those fish, when they awaken, they just spin around like lunatics.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
That's incredible.
Now we're actually gonna go into this room and we're gonna go fight that.
Nice parry.
Alright, now it's time to deal with this thing. Okay, we got another chain of sorcery, and we get the hell out of here. Now, we run very quickly past this thing. At the right freaking angle, thank you very much. Now, welcome to the room that I purposely describe as hell. Well, hell number 1.
They move.
Yep.
What?
They move and they stab. This is non-negotiable. And we do
They
need to get
move.
by here. Because somebody was an asshole. Oh, we're gonna go grab that, though, real quick. Blighted appendage. A tainted extraction from a blighted subject to various experiments, given magical properties and fashioned into a tool by a heretic sorcerer. So this is probably Phaeton's fault. Ow. Now we go down, down, and dodge. Ow, damn fish.
You were out of healing.
Yeah. Problem. It's over that way. Fuck.
Holy fuck. You fell far.
Yeah, unfortunately, I misjudged how far that particular part of the jump is, but this is fine. This part, on the other hand, isn't. So, this is an elevator specifically designed that if you're not paying attention, you're going to run into those and die on the way up.
Well, that's good.
There we go. Memorial.
Each every
I just
respite.
love that somebody was enough of a jerkwad to put those. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just.
Alright, let me do something. Actually, no. Before I do that,
We have a
go and
thing.
grab that. Phaeton's Archives number 2. The Verboten Domain, a dangerous place no doubt corrupted by the Blight that once served as home to the ancient sorcerers. If we learn more about the ancient magic responsible for the Blight's origins, I'm sure it will help the right priestesses. It may even lead to a world devoid of the Blight affliction. Now, you might be wondering, why the hell are we in this room? And where's this bottom entrance it's talking about?
Oh, another Lily.
I still cannot fathom that the White Priestess was some sort of experiment. So, this is the last of the Priestess clones. And the last prayer restoration you're gonna get. Oops.
Convergence.
So, with
Obtain
that,
maximum prayer potency.
yes, so your prayers now heal 210% of your HP.
Let's go.
Or 210 HP, not 210%. Let me do something really quickly.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh boy, that's gonna be fun. Well, no. Let's save first.
Damn.
Alright, Matt.
Oh.
I want you to do the next room.
Okay.
So, I've mentioned part of this to Greg before. Matt has no idea what's gonna happen. But I want you to go to the left.
Everything you want.
I'm taking so
Be
much
on
fucking
guard.
damage.
Lies ahead is an area sealed off long ago.
Oh.
So, when I say there is one room that is hell, we talk about that room. Pause. I will take control. That room is the hardest room in the game, and is not only the hardest room in the game, but is also the reason why I can't do full prayerless Ender Lilies. Because in order to get ending C, the last stone fragment is through that room. And to preface something really quickly, every tick of poison damage in that room, without the Blighted Mass, does 100 damage to you.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, to put in perspective, if I, with 460 HP on my fully completed game, go into that room without the mask, I die faster than it takes me to heal, or to land and heal with the fast prayer upgrade.
Jesus Christ. So you're turning off every relic?
No. So the entire reason why we did farming in the first place for today was because I did a calculation of how long it would take me to do this run based on how fast I went through it myself. The amount I calculated is that in order to beat that room with near optimal movement, well, not near, but pretty optimal movement, you need to survive in that for about 3 minutes. So that means you need about 1,500 HP to survive that.
Okay.
Assuming...
Switch on every max HP thing?
No, we need every healing possible, the healing hastening thing, and this. This can also be helpful.
We have 2 more speed. We do have 2 more we can use. Use it.
Well, I mean, it's either this or the Royal Aegis.
That.
That's what I thought. If it doesn't work, then we'll do that one. But you have 286 HP and 210 prayer. So, assuming you get maximum amount of prayer usage per attempt or per usage of attempt, you will be able to make it through barely.
Okay.
I want to point out as well, there are 2 safe spaces in that area. So
Okay.
if you get to them, you can sit there and calm yourself for however long you want.
Just sit there menacingly.
Yes. Now, because this is such a hard room, Matt, you have 5 attempts to try and do that now that I've set you up for success.
This is a
Go
boss room.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is a room that has nothing but spike balls, but is harder than the final boss, in my opinion. So go back down to the elevator and let's do it 5 more times before I take control.
You know, there are people who think a boss room is a room where you have a boss in it. That's silly. The room is the boss.
Yes. Like, this is the worst room, period. It's not the worst room to collect things in, but if you are not prepared to go as fast as possible, this room will annihilate you. You just need to dash through those. So your first save point is on the right.
Do I go right or left right now?
Left. The right is only for the safe room.
I'm going to the safe room.
No, Matt, that is the safe room with the Blighted thing in it.
That's mean.
Yes.
It's such a big safe room, though.
Fuck. That's my bad. I didn't realize it was so. I thought he had more health.
Yeah, that's what
That should
everybody
count.
thinks when they enter this room. It's like, I have 200 HP. I'm fine. Oh god, where did it go?
Well, I thought I could make it like 1 more second without healing.
I was using that HP.
Yeah, more or less, like, there is really not much you can waste here. Take a moment to breathe and plot your next course.
Getting it close with that one.
Fuck me!
I legit could do that, right? I just suck.
Yeah. Well, so the thing is that you burned your air dodge to get to that position,
Yeah.
so yeah. Well.
I. Stop fucking doing that. Why did it do hold? That's so stupid.
Yeah, like, that is very hard space to be, like... Yeah, you're probably gotten used to using Julius by now, right? Well, what if we made it so if you're just holding Julius, that doesn't work. But if you also just spam dodge, you're going to run into the one later on because it's just spaced enough that you're going to run straight into it.
I love how they put the water there too as a additional fuck you. Oh, now I have to heal here.
I mean, I think you would have died on the way down, otherwise.
That's crap.
Yeah, no, the hasten, you still take like 2 ticks of damage before you can heal.
Yeah, but I
with
had
the
like
hasten.
half a second. That's bullshit.
But it wasn't 1 second. Alright, last one before you can switch off.
I'm gonna just kick you straight up if you don't let me just try this.
I mean, I did say you can, not that you have to. Real talk, I do think that you have the ability to do so. It's just about understanding the route you need to take. Ground smash. Alright, this is your second safe room, and the last one before the end.
How is it not infected this spot yet?
Because they want people, they were nice a little bit. Now, if you look to your left, you'll notice there is water.
Fuck.
Yeah, so, you get past this, you get to the end, but you really need to start making that water omni movement count.
That's crap.
Almost, actually.
That's so stupid. How far was I? How close was I to the end? Would I have
Based
lived?
on my calculations, I was about 5 to 6 dashes away from the end, I think.
Fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't have made it then. I needed one more heal than
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah. The issue of why we needed to farm in the first place was because if I had sent you down here before we farmed, you wouldn't have been able to make it, period. The farm gives us just enough of a chance that maybe you can make it. But I have no hard guarantees on that, which is the problem. Alright, not bad.
At full HP. Go Omni movement.
You live. Keep living.
Heal. Ah, that was the last one.
That's garbage. It was so
Yeah,
good.
no, but you do know the route now. You make it past that one, you've done it.
You know the way.
I legit even have like an extra heal. That's probably gonna be my best one. I'm gonna be stuck in this next like half an hour now.
I believe in you.
Yeah, no, you're getting it.
Believe in the me who believes in you, who believes in me, who believes in you.
I haven't played all these fucking Mario games for nothing. Nope, heal.
You can
This is
win.
how you
You
convince
feel
me that you're
great.
good at
You
2D
can
platformers.
do it.
Yeah.
What? The only thing I can think of that happened is that you did a downwards dodge, so Lily didn't dodge through it. She dodged down into the floor, and then she got hit by the hitbox.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you're actually really consistent on that first part. Ooh, cutting it close.
Yeah, I know.
He's getting gutsier, though.
Yep.
That boldness is gonna pay off, I think.
Yeah, no. I think you actually have better movement than I do in this.
Legit, 20 years of playing fuck Mario games. Just wish these bastards weren't here. Fuck! That's my bad. I would have healed, like, literally after I got to that thing.
Yeah, no, you're getting it. You're getting the patterns.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
It's
think,
just these fuckers are in the way.
Yeah.
I think you have enough leeway in your HP that you can afford to take that a little bit slower than you're currently doing. Which I think is what's killing you, is that you're trying to do that part too fast when you still have HP stack.
Honestly, I wanna see Matt just get really, really good at this and breeze through. Like, just like full speed ahead.
Get off. That's my bad. That's entirely my fault. I mistimed the shit out of that. Oop. Why are you jumping, Lily?
Because I think there's just enough of a ledge that you can technically fail an input.
That's gonna cost me. That's gonna cost me.
We'll see. What? I think you dodged into the floor again.
So stupid. Dude, the hitboxes in this game are ass. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, I think like everything else in this game, the hitboxes are specifically engineered to kill you.
That's a hitbox
you
in
don't
every
say.
game, Greg. It happens when I run to the hitbox of a player's knife or bullet. In COD, I usually fucking die.
Right.
That's how hitboxes work, Greg. I think when I run into the hitbox of the wall of my fucking dorm or my door to my house, I take damage. Fuck, that's gonna hit me.
Alright.
Nope, mistimed that. I was gonna heal after you that. I mistimed the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah. I just tried cracking my fingers and my shoulder cracked.
Why and how?
Why?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, that was not gonna be a good one. Alright, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna listen to some stupid bullshit on YouTube.
Just make sure the stream can't hear it. And we're
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing that. Here, I have an idea. I'm gonna listen to this shit. Where's the... Nope, no. Where is...
Where's the Bernie song? Lily is asleep. Lily is sleep confirmed.
Is that... There it is. Alright, here, give me the fucking repeating version.
Oh god, my ears!
Just mute my stream, brother.
I can't. Well, I can mute your stream, but I can't mute your computer.
You can't?
No, you
Alright,
paused
then
it,
go-
remember?
Oh yeah, well, get ready to deal with it. You have to deal with it, no one else does.
Great, thanks, man.
You ready for an... This, buddy, this is an hour long.
Oh,
So I don't have to
boy.
pause this. And this is from Hoyo.
Right. So I will note that I think just
Concentrating, give me a sec.
well, no, just Julius and then falling instead of trying to Gerard is faster. Because I was Gerarding and I always thought that I was
Made it.
slower than what you're doing.
For the record, I can't hear you over Bernice.
Well, I can barely hear myself, so it's so we're in the same boat here.
Am I the only one who can hear you guys?
By the way, I saw online that there's already hackers in BO6 again.
Of course.
Yeah, not
Fucking COD.
surprised.
Actually, I have a better idea. Can I get to Chrome? Fuck's sake.
No.
No,
you
apparently
can't.
not.
Give me this. This is...
Oh boy, now what are you putting on? You know, technically speaking, something that could help is that if you just unequip all your spirits so you have no combat ability.
Oh yeah, true. Because that way I don't like just accidentally use combat.
Yeah, might be something worth
That
considering.
might be a good idea.
I mean, that's still not gonna stop you from like accidentally using Gerard inappropriately or whatever, but
Jeez, that one's like
Nice.
invisible. That's such bullshit.
yeah, no, the fog is dastardly not only because of the damage, but because it hides them.
Fog is an asshole. It's like driving in San Francisco. It's just like, no, that's not a good idea today.
Nice. All right, you're good.
I did it?
Kill the music.
Nope, nope.
Yep, that's it. No, that's
I'm
it,
pausing.
Matt.
I'm pausing.
That's it.
Holy fuck, I actually did it.
Normal blight. All right, there are items to the right. Left is how you get back.
Let's read that first.
The Deathless Pack. Only
Holy
high-ranking
shit.
priestesses are permitted to perform the necromantic rites that
Uh.
impede the souls of the dead. A
Oh,
warrior
no.
of the ancients must forfeit flesh and offer their soul to the priestess, in turn becoming a deathless entity. The pact is then sealed and continues down the family line through the generations until the bloodline comes to an end. The ancient warrior shall remain immortal so long as the pact endures.
So that's
Continue
basically the curse of demise.
Wait. There's still more stuff on the right. Your
Fragment!
last stone fragment. This is one of our warriors consumed by the blight.
You're fine. Oh, something's happening.
We were the last ones left alive. An undying warrior's end comes upon the death of the priestess in which they are bound. And the hour of death has come for my priestess and I. My eyes grow dim. Soon only our decaying corpses will remain. Farron, Eldred is... The battle is lost. Our homeland stripped bare. What fate awaits a people who have lost everything? Hatred is the vilest blight. Unaffected by purification, it festers, rotting one from within. Listen well, Farron, last of the undying warriors. The bond of the Deathless Pact will pass on to a new priestess.
No, you've infected more undying.
I beseech thee, carry us in your memories.
Is that Baby Lily?
Be the guardian of the last priestess of our ancient society. No, that is not Baby Lily.
There is no such thing as Baby Lily.
Ancient Soul
Lily
times 2.
sprung fully formed from the ether.
No. So, Matt, you're not clicked into the game.
Sorry.
That was Baby Umbral Knight.
Ooh.
Rest in peace, my brother in arms. Or at least the community seems to think that it was Baby Umbral Knight. I don't have the same opinion. I lost
Baby
the priest
Umbral Knight is
that I was
adorable.
meant to protect long ago. And have been imprisoned here ever since. Then I met you, the carrier of her ancient bloodline. My first thought was to break the bonds of the pact. By my own hands, I would end it. But as we traveled together, I came to a realization. I was once supposed to protect the priestess of this land long ago. And I'm still meant to protect her. You are the last hope of the ancients. Together, we can free the white priestess of the fount.
Together, we shall rule the galaxy as father and son.
I believe this to be the sole wish of the ancients. A wish in people long since consumed by the blight.
Oh boy.
Alright, go to the left, and there will be a warp portal. That'll take you back to the respite. Oh my fucking god, Matt! Why?
To torture with you. Is there anything else I need in this room?
No, the room is cleared out. But yeah, so how'd you like going to hell?
That was something.
Yep.
I'm saving.
Alright. Now
We're ending
back
scene.
to... Now, back to the first area of the game. So, Matt, you take us there.
Okay.
Since you beat the last area, you get the rights to unlock our final
Hey!
item of the
You
playthrough.
bastard.
Up.
Going up.
Down.
Just...
Through the door. And past all these praying people.
Get off the wall.
Nice.
Hate this. Restore power to the lost amulet. Oh, and fit the projected power of the white pieces within your amulet. I'll just have the stone tablet that we pieced together. Oh,
Light.
Luminous
Luminous
curio. Protects from the
amulet.
pain of purification.
An amulet whose form and power were restored by Phaeton's magic. The ancients crafted it long ago and dubbed it the Aegis Curio. The power it holds lessens the suffering caused by the blight during a priestess's purification ritual. Alright, with any luck, it'll ease the burden on you.
Rebirth. Restore power to the lost amulet.
Alright, that's it. Time to go back to the final boss.
Well, first
you
put
want
the
to crack
relic
at
on.
it again? What?
No.
It's fine, I'll do it.
Replace all the relics with ones that are useful here.
So, well, let me travel to the place first, then we can start strategizing. So, first things first, let's enhance some stuff.
Yep.
We are going to enhance
Holy.
Umbral Knight 2 times.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think we missed a couple Umbral Knight souls, so we can't do that all the way.
That's okay.
But we can do a couple other things, at least. Well, none of those, unfortunately. But we got quite a few other items that we can up all the way. So we're gonna up that.
It's maxed out.
I think we need that one. Not yet, it ain't.
Taboo Blight. Fully enhance a blighted spirit.
Yep. We'll keep the rest of those for now. Relics. Nope, 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 nope. Maybe. Nope, nope. Yes, yes.
That's 14.
Yeah, I'm debating on something. We'll try this combo first, and then... Actually, we'll bust out Umbral Knight for this. Oh, right. Just to keep this canon. Alright. Let's go.
By canon, you mean we're gonna hear the thing at the end of the symphony, basically.
No,
No. Like I'm talking about the.
that one.
Yeah. Is it Beethoven who wrote that, or is it someone else?
I'm pretty sure it was. Sorry, just making sure that there's not any extra.
I do love that I love that they just use like the sounds or whatever in like the recorded version, but like in the old days they literally use like an actual canon, and I love that. Music was goated in the 1800s, chat. Actually, when was Beethoven alive? When was Beethoven alive? Chat, music was goated actually in the 1700s and 1800s. When they honestly first figured out what music was. More than
I'm
just
not
like
sure that's
for
accurate.
spiritual. I mean, they figured out more than like just, you know, for ritualistic purposes. They were just like, let's have some entertainment. You know? Because like, obviously, there's 40,000-year-old flutes, but those were mostly used for probably like rituals and ancient rituals that are long lost to time.
Remember, people have also been doing drunken singing since basically the beginning of
Oh,
time.
yeah, since we invented alcohol, yeah.
Yep. So...
That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I mean, like, with instruments, Greg.
I mean, you want to bet people didn't use their alcohol receptacles and or each other's passed out faces as instruments.
You just, in ancient Rome, like, they were just like, ah, yes. Use, like, ancient Timothy's face for this.
Ancient Timothy's face, huh?
Well, ancient to us. Back then, it was just Timothy.
No, there's this old dude named Timothy in the corner.
Ancient
He's just-
Timothys. Because everyone was named something like
he's just-
that.
Well, I mean... Timothy was a name that some people under Roman imperial rule had. It just wasn't a really proper Roman.
You have an ult available.
And looking at it.
Ooh, that was a lot of damage. You got this shit. Alright, you stunned it. One more hit. Nice. Good shit, Daniel. You did it again. Down you go. Purify. You've been rejected again. Let's see how it goes this time.
Oh,
What the hell? Oh? What the hell?
So,
Phase 4?
time for phase 2.
What? You have no heals.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't very confident in that run.
How the fuck is this phase 2?
It's super phase 2. It's like the all-encompassing over phase.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You want to try strat again or try something new?
No, I think I can do it. I just took a lot of unnecessary damage that one, honestly.
Alright. Sorry, chat. I just got an email. My 401k finally got rolled into. Thank God. My retirement. Chat, I take more care of my money than Mr. Krabs. I'm not gonna tell you where my money is, obviously, because that's fucking stupid. But I do a better job than Krabs. Alright, let me check my retirement account on my phone while you fight the boss. Hey, there it is. Alright. Got it. Yep, sorry, I was just like verifying that the money was actually there. They emailed me, but
Why
I want to like,
is
actually
Blighted
check.
Lord not doing anything? I'm a little worried.
Take it as a
about
blessing,
how-
dude.
No, when a boss doesn't do much, you get concerned, not blessed.
You know how many times I've faced enemies and I'm like, alright, you're doing nothing? Oh, there it is.
Yes,
It's doing
I
stuff.
know.
For sure irritating.
Okay, that one I just fucked up with healing. I should have healed there instead of went
What?
for it.
Well, that wasn't too bad. That was good. Apparently the Larian's director of publishing, the guys who made Baldur's Gate 3, said, if the statement gamers should get used to not owning their games is true because of specific release strategy, then the statement developers must get used to not having jobs if they make a critically acclaimed game platform strategy above title sales is also true. And that just isn't sensible even from a business perspective. Dude is just roasting Ubisoft about how they're like, hey, you know our Prince of Persia game, this 2D one that's getting really good reviews? You have to buy it on the Ubisoft launcher. You know where everyone doesn't go to buy fucking video games, because everyone just goes to goddamn Steam on PC. Like, legit, chat, unless you're like a super dev, if you don't release your game on Steam, it's basically DOA.
There's a good point to be made that that's not great for gaming.
Yeah,
as a
Steam has an
whole,
effective
but-
monopoly, and it's not
Yeah.
great. Well, I mean, that's what Tim Sweeney says for, like, Epic, but, like, I don't know, I like
I
going
mean,
to Steam.
Epic-
Steam is really nice to me.
Epic is nowhere near as just smooth and
No, the Epic Games Store is
Good.
such ass.
and it doesn't have just the fact that Steam has such a huge selection because of its monopolistic nature is what helps it maintain that.
Yeah.
Like it hit.
God, I would
critical
love
mass
if the
a long
EU
time.
somehow was like, Steam is anti-competitive, and then Valve has to go... You see all these guys have their own launchers, right? But because, like, the
What
EU would
the
do that.
fuck is
What the
that?
fuck was that attack?
I don't know. I've never seen that attack before. She never lasted that long against me. I think that was an AoE nuke that if I wasn't in animation frames for, I probably would have gotten owned by.
Let's go.
Come on. Nice. Killed all the fish in one go, too. Oh fuck, not saying near that. Alright. 3 heals in the phase 2.
Let's try it again.
Yep.
It-
Lily accidentally stepped on the car keys.
Eh.
Alright. Let's get on with it.
Well, you got all your heals. For the moment. And that thing is still alive. It's gonna do it again.
No, she has a new attack. Luckily, I don't really care that much about it. Crap.
You got it, you got it. That stun the fish?
No.
Looked like it did.
You know, I want to see a world where Lily decides that all the spirits have suffered enough and they shouldn't have to fight, and so she just learns to beat up everything she comes across.
Like herself?
Yeah.
That'd be something.
On.
We should stun it now, yep. Full wow. POV,
No.
anyone trying to fight a Titan.
I think she's given up.
Famous last words.
Not wrong.
That's it, though.
There we go.
Nice. Good shit.
That is it.
And that's a wrap.
Bonk. Dawn Prayer, Witness Ending C. Purify.
Witness me.
What? Is it trying to fight back against Lily?
Yep, but that's the power of the ages Curio.
Let's go.
It was if I had been in eternal slumber. Unsure if I was alive or dead. The days were filled with nothing but pain. When I awoke, I lay on a black pedestal. I felt a warm touch grace me. The tiny white priestesses were holding my hands. The same priestesses who were made to take on my blight. From nearby, I could barely make out the voices of Coven members. The blight transfer rite was about to begin. The priestesses, knowing nothing of their fate, nuzzled up to me. These children would be sacrificed to keep me alive. What was it all for? The time I spent with them was what truly saved me. If I am to pass on a legacy to these children, let it be one of hope, not suffering.
Let it be one of hope, Harbinger Dragon.
Okay, good. Go ahead to kill the mood. Rain. Oh,
I say
But
stupid
how?
things to cope.
How is this happening?
purified.
Could one white priestess alone have such power? No, that amulet. You made it whole again? All the fragments? All the shadows of our history, the unknowable suffering. You're going to bear it all from now on?
Aw. She gets a hug.
I see. You came all this way with everyone. Thank you. For freeing us all. For freeing me.
Welcome.
You've accomplished what I couldn't. You were never just a clone of myself. You're your own person, Lily. You've grown so much. It's time I should be going. I'll be watching over you.
There goes her spirit to the afterlife.
Hmm.
Rip. Salute, chat. We salute her.
Yep. Salute.
I would take off my hat if I had a hat. But this isn't Penacony version 2.3.
We'll always be together.
Oop.
And thus, the reign of death finally stopped.
All right. Goodbye, Rain. The sun. Praise the sun. Though this isn't Dark Souls, so.
And now we have Boobel again, but this is a different version. So the instrumentation on this one is a little different, especially after the first part. But surprisingly, just a little bit of difference for the instruments changes the entire mood of the song.
We're getting flashbang, chat.
Yeah, the credits aren't exactly the best on this one, but assumedly to know that there is this ending, you need to have gone through ending B in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like there's a lot more poppy sounds going on, which gives it a slightly happier mood. Not that kind of pop, Greg.
Greg, what did you pop open?
My face.
Please don't pop open your face.
But then how am I supposed to disgorge my Namekian eggs?
You. Chat. God damn it, Greg.
Why did you call out the chat for that?
He's trying to get a second opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, this part is where the music starts really kicking in. Because the first part only has piano as the backing instrument. This one has a lot of different ones, like strings, I think I hear. And it's just, in general, a lot happier sounding. Now that you've truly emerged victorious. Ah, man. Actually, Matt, I think you were there when I first beat True Ending.
I think it
and
was, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do review after a little bit because there's an end credit scene and one more thing we gotta pick up.
Okay.
Really, Matt?
Chat, I'm trolling him more. Because it's fun to troll Daniel.
Better not have shown up on...
No, because I'm not
Stream.
streaming the YouTube audio. Remember, I have application-specific audio, so YouTube is currently disabled.
Alright.
Remember, I actually figured out how to do this like a year ago. How to split the audio track. Oh, cutscene.
It is done. At long last, for each a proper burial. Lily, take heart, you are not alone. The Blight may have taken them, but they are still watching over us. And I will never leave your side. But yeah, there is a Lily, potentially older and looking a lot better. Ender Lilies, amidst the collapsed world, her words echoes out. Thank you for finding your way to me.
Oh.
And now...
Ooh, different start screen. I like.
Yep.
Cool.
The piece you have obtained lies...
New Game Plus!
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Heirloom.
But lost heirloom. A hair ornament made from a pale flower, received from the White Priestess of the Fount. After the Blight immobilized her, the Priestess of the Fount gifted these handmade ornaments as blessings to the other priestesses in her stead. So, like I said with the Blighted tier,
You can access Blightborn.
Yeah, we're not
You can
touching
access
that.
Blind Memories. Oh, wait, that's just Boss Rush.
Yeah, that's boss rush mode. We're not touching that right now. Go to relics and equip the new one.
Ooh, Pure Lily.
Yep. I'm more surprised neither of you guys commented on the fact that my Lily had no blight whenever I streamed the game. But
Daniel,
yes, so
I'm just
this is
Daniel. I'm just watching you fight bosses, brother.
fair enough, I guess. But yes, this is the Lily that you start off with when you start the game.
I was spoiled to the existence of this a long time ago.
Well, anyway.
I just want to get out of here with this form. Just somewhere that's like not death.
Fair enough. All right. This is a good place as any to do reviews. So, how are you guys feeling?
Good video game. Good job. This is a good game. Like the combat's really nuts. The story's like okay. Like it's kind of like Dark Souls. You have to, or like anything from honestly from software. You have to like pick up the pieces as you go. Like it's not like a straight up like story. But I mean, like it is interesting. It's like, oh damn, this world ended. All right, well let's try and put these souls at peace and maybe save the world or something. Who knows? Like it's very interesting. It's definitely pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a fascinating game. There is a crap ton of lore going on in the background here, and it's entirely up to you how deep you want to try and dig into all this stuff, because like they give you all the information if you go looking for it, but it's like this is a game where the story has already happened, or at least the main story,
Yeah.
and we begin with the conclusion, and the conclusion is our entire playthrough. But we're also getting revealed the story of how we got here.
Yeah.
And I think that's a style of storytelling that it takes a special amount of attention to detail to make it work. I think I think this does very, very well for itself, but it's also a little bit of an acquired taste. Like this is not a this is not a super conventional way to frame a story, and it's definitely not a straightforward one as far as most people are used to.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of an adjustment. I think that works well for it because it gets you into the gear of thinking instead of just stimulus response, which is what a lot of like it a lot of the a lot of bosses and a lot of combat here is like you learn the patterns, you learn how to react to things.
Yeah, it's like any
N-
Metroidvania.
Yeah. It's it's very much more the building up procedural skill rather than thinking deeply about things. Puzzles aside,
Mm-hmm.
the the story is designed in a way to make you think, and the way the story is presented is designed to get you in the frame of mind to do that thing, which is kind of a delicate balance that they're towing. And I think they do it right, but I'm also kind of biased toward this kind of unconventional unconventional story style. So it's well, I really like that. It is also a very pretty game
Yes.
in its kind of grim, depressing way. The the music is on point. Gameplay appears a bit jank, but there's clearly been a lot of work putting into making it, well, work. And aside from obvious, like, movement and collision shenanigans and just like the little particularities of how this game functions, it's it's a pretty consistent functional piece. Like the ways that you can break it are more just cheese than actual like breaking the game. So it's remarkably robust aside from the fact that you can
Cheese it.
trivialize a lot of the like a lot of the pathfinding based stuff. It's all in all, I think it's a really good game. It's got a lot of personality. It's got a
Oh yeah.
wonderful ambiance.
The music's fucking
It's
fantastic.
yeah, it's the one thing about this is it'd be really, really nice, and I understand why this would be difficult, but it would be really nice to have like voice lines.
Yeah.
Mm.
It'd be
Like
nice to have voice acting in this game.
this would be absolutely well, it would be incredible, but I do also kind of like it the way it is because it's kind of the inverse of. Obviously, I'm coming back to this, but it's kind of the inverse of Armored Core, where you in that in like you're playing AC6, you like, I mean, because some other armored cores have given you at least a little bit better image of what some of these people look like, even if they don't give you a real image. Well, I mean, AC6 does too. They have the sketches, but you don't really know the full detail, so you can fill in the blanks yourself. This is the inverse of that, because you're filling in the blanks of like what the voice mannerisms and like it's something that we lose out on a lot in like audiovisual media, because we've gotten so used to being presented with the whole package. The appearance, the voice, it's kind of crowds out the room for imagination to fill out who and what a character is. Obviously, we still have room to interpret. Like, we have very sparing dialogue, so there's a lot of thinking we can be doing about like the internal worlds of all these characters, what they're experiencing. But this reminds me a little bit more of what you have in if you're reading a book. You have, of course, a picture in front of you, so maybe this is an illustrated book, but because you have the room to fill in all those blanks, you end up adding bits of personality that you understand, things that you can connect to and relate to that might not have been there before. It becomes a more collaborative effort between the creator of the story and the characters and you, the consumer of this entertainment. So while voice acting would be really, really cool, and I would absolutely dig it, I do think that it's nice the way it is. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Well, I guess it's my turn. But do I really need to say anything at this point? The entire time we've been playing this game, I've been spouting out how much I love this game. Like, this is probably one of my most favorite games of all time. Maybe being beat up by a couple of different games here and there that I've probably invested more time into. But this game, I've gotten as good at this game because I absolutely love it. This is the first game that I know for a fact I've 100%ed, and while it's an easy 100%, I put the time and effort to do it. I love everything about this game. The combat, while it has a few kinks that are problematic, once you figure them out, you can actually pretty easily exploit them. Quite often. Like, you might have seen me doing that for Blighted Lord, for Julius. Plenty of other bosses have a couple of things that make them easier to manage. The exploration, I think, is really good, barring like maybe one or two rooms in the game, with each room offering something new and robust with differing layouts that make you have to question what's the method of getting around this room and whether or not you can do so at a later point. Backtracking is also not terrible in this game because of the amount of save points and mainly just being room to room basis for some backtracking that might be problematic. Visuals are fantastic. Audio is above fantastic. Like, holy, every song in this game is absolutely amazing. Props to the developers and to Millie who did the ending. Oh man, I cannot heap enough praises onto this game. And if you are even a remote fan of Metroidvanias, or you found this gameplay interesting, I sincerely advise you to go and buy this game. It is well worth full price, and even then, full price was what, Matt? $20?
25.
25.
$25 and less on discount. This is a game experience that I think is better than most of the AAA stuff coming out today. So you can get a game that is well above a AAA game for half the cost. Seriously, buy this game. I cannot say it enough.
It's cheaper than a shitty WoW mount.
I hate to say it though,
You could buy
but
3 of these for a shitty WoW mount.
better than a AAA game
Is not.
nowadays is
That's
not
fair.
that.
That's true.
Fair enough. But yeah, thank you two for allowing me to add this to the list and for letting me play through it as well, or most of the journey, I suppose. Because I feel like let's not kid ourselves here. If I had let you take, no, I think you were actually doing pretty well. Like, not only was your movement by the end really good, but you were doing pretty well on the bosses. I think you would have beaten most of the bosses if you had just been given more time. It's just that this playthrough would have probably taken double the amount of streams we have. So, plus I think I said this at the beginning, but I was originally the one who was going to play the entire game, and Matt was just going to co-com. But seeing him actually play and get better was really nice. So, thank you two for allowing me to show this one off.
You're welcome.
Now then, now that this game is done, we will be probably figuring out a new game to play for Saturdays. But tomorrow, Matt, what are we doing?
Black Ops 6. We're doing Black Ops 6. We're going to go freaking ham because, my God, we couldn't get it to work yesterday because,
Tech issues.
It worked just fine at a perfectly viewable 5 frames per second.
Greg, I couldn't even play the game. But yeah, no, chat. We figured out what to do. If you actually saw the stream before I unlisted it,
that's impressive.
That's impressive. But also, what I'm doing is I'm using the other gaming PC I have here that I'm smacking with my hand. The top of the case. We're using that as the game
PC.
PC.
Can work so many cogs in it.
No, but like we're taking that PC and using that as the game machine, and we're using the PC I'm on now as like the streaming PC. So we're treating it like my other PC is a PS5 or a console in general. So like that's what we're good job. So that's what we're gonna do. So we did get it to work. Also, tomorrow might do a Star Rail stream during the afternoon to keep going in the event because it's long. But we'll figure that out later. But at least we are going to do Black Ops 6 tomorrow night. Hooray! And when we get off here, I'm going to go to Black Ops 6 and I'm going to try and get long shots in a game where every map is smaller than my apartment.
Nice. Thank you for joining us for Ender Lilies.
Yes.
Go buy the game. We'll be back here when Ender Magnolia releases.
When does Ender Magnolia come out?
I think it comes out in January next year, if I remember correctly. That's going to be fun.
It's March 25th, 2024.
Oh. Well, I got it off.
Oh, no, that's stupid. That's 2024. That's early access. The full release is January 23rd, 2025.
Hey, I was right!
Dumbass Google.
But yeah, we'll be back for that, definitely.
Yeah, we'll be back for that in January. But, yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone.